Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping by and being a passenger on the P Reacts Daily Train. I appreciate everybody that's been coming by, helping me out with the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out, especially since I'm a newer channel, and it helps out with the algorithm. And don't forget, this is not a substitute for the original content. Go over to the original artist, watch the video on their channel, show them some love, give them a like. And my name is P, and we'll get started with this video as soon as we see our disclaimer. Alrighty, in today's video, we're going to be doing The Warning, and we're going to be watching the Mexican rock stars who happen to be sisters, Tidal Rising documentary. And this video is a long one, so we're going to be doing this in two parts. So it's going to be, this is part one, and part two will be coming next. And let's get started in this and check this out.
We obviously started playing here in Mexico, where Mexicans were from Mexico. So our first shows were always here in our home and then just across the country. And I feel like we've seen it grow over the years and how we started and just our crowd. And it makes me so excited that people my age are looking for this energy and like this music specifically. Female-led rock bands, female, like, only woman rock bands. So she started working as a young teen, a kid. We didn't even start out as women. Like, we started out as little girls in this industry. Children, literally. It involves a lot, and we were doing it with our parents. Like we were pretty protected. Like they supported us so much. They got us into lessons. Like they bought us our instruments. Like they give us the liberty to like really concentrate on music.
Because imagine you're like just a teenager, maybe 13, and you want to do this, but of course there's tons of different things that you want to try out and do. So like sticking with it was also hard, you know.
Okay, yeah, so this is interesting. This is a very good video to watch to learn more. Yeah, parents buying them the instruments and persuading them. It's like, are you sure you want to do this, you know? Before you go waste all that money on those instruments, yeah. But yeah, this is really nice to see. And man, they look so young there. So that's Danny on the far backside. And then is that Pau, or I'm assuming that's probably Pau that's beside her. Because I don't know, it could be Ale, but maybe not. I think it's probably Pau. But yeah, learning the piano. And yeah, let's get back into this and let's watch some more of this video.
The band started out as a 5-member band. Our parents are part of the band. Right now, obviously, our family has grown a bit more, like with our team, our management, and everyone that works with us. But as we keep on working, that is always like the center of everything, and everyone we start working with starts feeling like family, because we've always had that vibe. Like we've learned how to be like disciplined and responsible and like level-headed.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really important for the industry that we're in. So a big hug to mom and dad for everything.
we think really got us into this energetic music and rock and roll was definitely the Rock Band,
The
the
video
video game. We loved to play that game, and it was so fun that we just like looked at the screen and we just, oh, we want to do that. I told my dad, like, I want to play the guitar. And he's like, are you sure? And I was like, of course. By the first week, my fingers hurt so much that I was like, please, no. But I fell in love with it, and there was no going back.
I've been playing for 13 years. I don't like that number, but okay, 13 years. And well, I've been playing since I was a little kid. I would always play on the drums, like the toy drums. And I remember I really liked hitting things. So it was like a perfect match for me. And my dad saw that I have really good coordination. And he asked me like, hey, like, are you up for lessons? Like, do you want to give it a shot? And I was like, yeah. Nobody wanted to give me lessons. I looked like a toddler.
I mean,
and
you
like
were
I was
6, you
super
were
short.
taller.
Like playing the drums, it didn't look very promising for me. But I met one teacher and I had like a test class, and the teacher was like, "Oh, leave her with me. Like she'll be good. Like, let's do this."
That's crazy. Nobody wanted to teach Pal or help her learn or whatever. I always thought that those classes and everything were like, you just go, you pay to join, and you join and you get taught. I mean, I didn't know that they were picky about it. But yeah, that's just crazy. Another thing too, I didn't know that their parents were in the band at first with them. So what was the reasoning for that, and what happened? Why aren't the parents in the band? Are they just not enthused enough to do it, or just didn't want to deal with the stuff, or what was the reasoning that they left and let the kids do it? So yeah, let's get back into this and check out some more.
My parents bought me my first bass, and of course I was really young and really short, and I couldn't play a full-scale bass, so they bought me a smaller bass, which I have right here.
Right there.
Yeah. It's really small, and I still couldn't play that, and I learned for about a month, and then we started playing together immediately. So I
Yeah.
didn't really have like that much time to get used to my instrument before we started playing together.
Okay, wait.
But-
I know that this isn't part of it. I'm going to ask you a
Do it,
question
do it.
because it's like,
Do
'cause
it.
I know this isn't my place, but I will. Because there's a lot of people who tell you like, why don't you play with a pick? Because normally
Oh,
rock
that's
music
true.
is just like,
It's like
but
pick.
you like from the start. It
I
was
always
like
play with my
finger
fingers.
style. Yeah.
I know how to play with a pick now, and I really do like the
Okay.
sound of it. But I don't know, I just always played with my fingers, and I do feel more comfortable with my fingers, even though I do play more on time with a pick. It's weird. It does hurt more though, but
I get it. It's like when I play without shoes and when I play with
Yeah,
shoes.
yeah,
I get it. The big turning point in our careers, like we did our Enter Sandman cover, which went viral, but I feel like the point where we were like, we really want to do this like for the rest of our lives, was when we started writing our own music and releasing our own stuff. That was like, whoa, like we can create something,
Yeah.
put it out in the world, and people react to it. It was just something that we really
Really,
liked and looked forward to. So now that we're doing what we do today, like I just feel like it's the thing that really keeps us going, our music. Of course, like any type of siblings, like we have our disagreements and our little fights and stuff like that, but we get along really well.
We
And I-
know each other so well that
Yeah.
we know how to make it work.
Exactly. And in the second that we start writing music,
But
Everything
right now,
just
like, what were you
flows.
thinking?
really nicely. Like, I don't know what to call it except like sibling magic.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so this is really nice to watch and see everything here. A lot of information in this. Yeah, very good video. What was I gonna say? I totally lost my train of thought. Yeah, so, but yeah, watching them going around and all that, some of the backstage stuff. That's kind of cool watching some of that stuff. And that's what I was gonna think of. Their personalities. You get to see more, when they're talking and with you and everything, their personality and how they kind of mesh together as sisters and all that kind of thing. But yeah, let's finish out this first half, another couple minutes, and we'll get into this.
You shall remain inside your space.
You shall remain inside your space.
Escape the Mind, those were our first compositions ever. That was our first time writing. I was like 12, Danny was 14, and I was 9. We were
Oh,
children. But it was the moment where we really fell in love with music and like what we wanted to do. Like creating something was just such a powerful experience.
And it was such a key thing, I think, personally, that we were not thinking about will people like it, because we were not going to release it. We were not even going to record it. It was not going to be a thing. So we just literally wrote from our 14-year-old hearts.
And I'll walk onto the very top, and I'll ride, even though I stumble and fall.
And then we jump into our first album, 21st Century Blood. And it was weird because some of the compositions that are in 21st Century Blood were written in the
In that
same time
Era
as Escape the Mind.
Mhm.
But there was this very big leap we gave with this song that we made called Free Falling.
It was the first song we actually wrote
Together.
Yeah. And it was also a big thing that we started like looking for outside inspiration. We really like what's happening in the world that we can write about.
And more than anything, like we read so much and we consume a lot of
Yeah.
media, as any Gen Z teen does. So we were constantly getting inspired by other
Different
stories that we
scenarios.
were hearing.
Mhm.
So 21st Century Blood was like, we felt like it was our first step.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're a band now. This is our album.
And nothing will change. I'm crashing through space. I'm burning up, and there's nothing I can put out to space.
And one thing that I really like that we do, we really looked for what the song needed. We were like, okay, so what if this is a song with only piano, violins, and stuff like that? Like, we didn't focus on, we have to be rock. We just focused on the energy that
Yeah.
went into the song. So if you hear our music, sometimes it will be very varied within the same album.
Okay, so that's going to be the end of part 1. We're going to finish up the rest of this video in part 2. But yeah, this is very interesting. I like that last song. I believe that was the Free Falling song, because they were talking about that and then they went into that song. So that's a really good song. I have to figure out like what album that was on. Was that on 21st Century Blood? It would have been on that one. Yeah, so very good, very good. We'll get into part 2 shortly after this. And yeah, just thanks for stopping by. Please like, comment, subscribe. All you beautiful people, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later, and bye for now.